Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII. I'm Serious JG. This video is basically me desperately stalling because I want to get 3 videos recorded in a sit down and I don't feel like dealing with the super bosses. So I'm really just going to record a video. Like I said, I off-screened a bunch of crap and now I'm like, yeah, let me just run through, and I won't be very careful about being efficient or anything. Let me just run through the process. Of getting fall back. Are you actually encounter something? Oh, I guess there actually is an enemy now. Enemy sighted. Requesting back. What enemy though? Okay, there actually is an enemy now. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't get bravery applied because I messed it up. I'm making a mess of this, but they are powered up with they are powered up. I love the little breakdancing shit of Punt. Oh, I forgot. I didn't get a chance to see what the cyber jumpsuit victory pose is. Oh, now we have the awesome power to teleport, which, honestly, we might as well. Fuck. We got nothing else to use this stuff for. Let's teleport to, well, we'll teleport to Ruffian, because one thing I did do off-screen in preparation for this boss, there's a specific guide I read that had a specific set of equipment they want you to use, and while as I mentioned, I'm still not having any success, I think they're on the right track. I'm just executing poorly. But they told me to pick up a Wyverns Lance at the store in Ruffian, and I can't find anything called Wyverns Lance, but I think what they're actually talking about is a specific,
His lives of ours just drag on.
Former self, I'd really like to uncover some treasure that no one's ever seen before.
like a guy with bands on his muscles. Mr. Big, no one's ever seen him before.
It'll be too late. So, which do you take?
New items are available for purchase, but what I think they're talking about is Demon Claw, which is a spear that is good at staggering enemies. So Wyvern's Claw apparently isn't available, or maybe it only becomes available on the last day, or maybe it only is available on hard difficulty and they didn't realize that, or something. Fire Guard plus 70, Ice Guard plus 70. I should think about that, actually. But I think the stuff that's killing me from that boss is non-elemental. But anyway, buy one of these. I'm not even going to equip it. Just you end up putting it on the on a garb that is doing like 0 damage because you've got really high-end defensive stuff set up on it. I've been using Ghostly Hood for a lot of the game on my defensive garb because it nullifies magic or physical. But this one I'm using Predahood, Hood, which nullifies physical and doesn't nullify it, but it almost completely nullifies it. So then we're to spend an entire video wandering around looking for lizards. And this really is it. just go around looking for lizards. And there's cool stuff to see, like Otomos, which was I guess a fal'C that we used as a transport device. Don't you interfere to get that,
I'm walking fate's path. I will. I won't go easy on you.
I guess you could be using Punt, but Punt does. The point of this is to use up its AP or to action points so that it triggers bravery. But then I forgot I'm supposed to be using a Cyber Warrior to win a battle. That was a little goal that I had mentioned, wasn't it? Anyway. Obtained Lizard Tail. So in theory, and it doesn't matter because I've already done it off screen, but we need to do that 16 more times. So yeah, I was listening to podcasts and Shrine of the Tablet of Tumulus Sands. Is this an actual way? I guess I kind of forgot about this. This isn't going to help us because I don't think... yeah, this is like the primary entrance when we first are able to get into this place. And a lot of the other entrances that we can use now are places where we had to reach them from here and open a gate from the opposite side that was facing towards those entrances. Anyway, we should start getting messages from Hope any minute now telling us, just managed to not get the 25%. This could be kind of hard way to finish him off. But I just need to see this victory pose at least once. Okay, shoot his little hair flip thing, that's fine. Lizard tail. 15 more to go.
Keep your eye on the clock. It's nearly time to get you back up here.
It's time for the gigantic clock. Now, there's a couple of places where there's clusters of them. The only one that, like, I read about them on GameFAQs. The only one that I could find with any kind of consistency was one near the Oasis Lighthouse. But it kind of doesn't matter if we find them or not, because I'm just going to be loading the game anyway. But I wanted to give you a sense of... See? Unappraised item. That's not going to be a lizard tail. We're not going to bother to fight you guys. But this is the excitement that is the lizard tail Canvas of Prayers quest. It's the kind of thing. This is still my favorite of the Final Fantasy XIII games, I think. But oh, I do wish there was a bit more content. It's better suited for multiple playthroughs than any of the others, but I don't know, you guys. It feels like this quest in particular really feels like.
Return to the Ark at 6 every morning, without question. Remember that, Light.
But I want that lizard. I guess I'll have to fight a Chaos Infused dude to get it. There. Defeated him in the chaos. Got extra EPs that would normally I would care about. I don't care about right now. The most important thing is that we got an unappraised item and not even a lizard tail. See, this is the madness that is trying to do this quest. I mean, I suppose what I could do is just take one crack at that boss in this video and let you guys see what the frustration is. But now I really don't feel like dealing with it at all, because when I start fighting it, I'm going to be fighting it like just trying to get it right. Trying to win the damn battle. It's a new application we can't do yet. Pride and Greed. Yellowed Skulls. We will accept.
I'm so happy Saz found his smile again. I can take a little credit for it, right? Or a lot of credit? Or all the credit?
Take some of the credit. I mean,
It's nearly 6. Time to iron out the distortion.
alright, let's get some distortion ironing. We'll go down to where you would get yellowed skulls from skeletons, and that will be, you know, us paying lip service to the idea of doing these quests. Again, you'll get a sense of what I was doing. And again, sometimes you get the item you're looking for, sometimes you just get unappraised items. But we only got to get 5, and these guys you can more consistently find. I guess we just let this time out. The 11th day is over. It is time to return to the Ark. Pose. Now loading. Now loading. Now loading. Still loading. Kneeling to this guy.
Sid reigns.
Oh, we're both wearing like souped up.
That was once a man's name, but
Uniforms.
now it means nothing. His soul has dissolved into the swirl of chaos. I take his form as a convenience, but I'm no more than a puppet.
You were kind of a puppet before, weren't you? Sid Reigns was, they clearly thought he was really cool. He was a character from Final Fantasy XIII that the writers seemed to be rather enamored with, but he was like the leader of the resistance that was fighting the Fal'Cie, including Bartandalus. But eventually you do fight him because they turn him into a Lassie, and I forget what his every Lassie has a not a fate, like what is their mission that they have to do. But yeah, you fight him, and he's like an interesting boss because he changes up his tactics depending on how you fight him. But like, he always talked in this really monotone way, but he kept talking about how humans must fight against the power of the blah blah. Like, he was this heroic guy fighting the bad guys who was supposed to be like cooler than you, and you're supposed to be inspired by him, I guess.
All right, so who's
I
pulling
like
your
that out.
strings?
Now I'm kind of
Bit
wishing
of
we'd
Elsa?
spent more time using this outfit.
No, not God.
Although I really like
I
the
am voice of
Etro
many,
armor too.
of the countless multitude who call chaos home. I am the speaker for the dead.
Not at all stuck up then,
Tell me, Savior, do you know the ritual they call soul song?
It's one of the handful of things in the main story that I am following, yes.
Vanille is planning to perform it at the cathedral. She says it'll release the dead from their suffering. I guess that means you.
Vanille has been
He's doing this
misled.
super
There is a
cool
truth she
proposal
cannot
with
see,
one arm.
a truth that
Stuff.
lies within the unseen realm.
What do you mean? What truth?
Evil Sarah kept hinting that there was some, but she would never tell us what it was. She said it didn't mean anything if someone told us. So now I guess he's going to tell us.
You do not understand the role of chaos.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
The chaos will drown this world, but it's also the key to our humanity. When we die, we return to it. But only for a short time. When a man dies, his soul melts into the chaos, but the idea of it, of him, survives intact. And then he is reborn anew and returns to the living world.
Like some kind of jerk.
An unseen power exists in all of us.
You gotta believe in yourself, Sailor Moon.
It's the chaos that we carry in our hearts.
I have a very ordered heart, okay?
Our souls are made out of the chaos, which is why they return to it when we die. But they survive there, waiting for a new body, which means
Weezand of Katos.
you could be reborn in the new world.
That's not really my point, but I guess that's true.
If the Sacred One shows us the way, she is the only one who can tell us what to do. She has
So,
the power
who's
to
the
guide
Sacred
us
One?
into the future.
I would think
where
it
we
would be
can
Lightning.
live again.
She can do what I can't.
Oh, Vanille.
Vanille can bring salvation to the dead.
Unless he just corrects us now and says, I know, I'm talking about you.
But she doesn't know what she is capable of. The Order has kept the truth from her.
Why would they lie to her? They preach salvation.
They're like quasi-Roman Catholic guys in a Japanese game. They're evil.
Only for the living. The soul song will destroy us and make you forget we ever existed.
Oh, like Thanos.
Murder on a grand scale.
You want me to
Yes,
stop
that
her,
would be
right?
the Japanese view of Catholics.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you must tell her what her real power is, so she can lead us to salvation.
Is this what you all want?
It is, but it is not God's will. If you answer our prayer, it will mean defying Benevelza.
Well, I mean,
Those
I
who
guess
try
I'm
to
God
defy the
now, so
gods end
cool.
up controlled by them and are destroyed in the end.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's an old Eastern philosophy. Those who, those who defy heaven are destroyed, and those who abide by heaven's decrees still flourish, but, or whatever the actual saying is. But no, I mean, his whole thing is like, yeah, if you defy God, you'll be destroyed, but what God wants is actually evil and terrible. So, like, really, what is he telling us here?
Like Sid Raines.
I remember Reigns fought for humanity and he was killed for it, but
That's way faster than she normally talks.
the spirit that drove him to stand up to the tyranny of the gods didn't die. I kept it with me.
Yeah.
Chaos is in all of us. It's the stuff our souls are made of, and it's the reason that the dead live on in our hearts and minds.
So, to what extent is this guy Sid Raines? Because, like, he made this whole thing like, oh, I'm not Sid Raines. I am just a puppet contrived by the chaos. Woo! But it seems to matter that he's taken the form of Sid Raines because the chaos, which is composed of the souls of the dead, so I guess Sid Raines is in there. But the chaos wants her to be inspired by Sid Raines. But Sid Raines could be reborn, but he's not. I guess it's like I don't understand. Is literally this some kind of collective voice of everyone who is dead coming together to talk to Lightning and choosing the form of Sid Raines? Or is it Sid Raines' ghost, and being Sid Raines, it felt the need to make a melodramatic, nonsensical statement at the beginning of its speech about how it isn't Sid Raines? It doesn't really matter, but we find this narrator far more believable, not a narrator, but this speaker far more believable than the unseen Benevelza or super flat voice Hope. Because various people have told us, yeah, the god of Benevelza is evil, you're going to need to go against God. Like, there never seems to be, every time it's brought up, Lightning seems shocked that it's being suggested, but there's never any point where it seems like she's not already considering this.
Yes, the chaos unites humanity, a thread woven through all our lives, and it's a power God cannot see. Its potential is limitless, and that makes it more powerful than he is.
But now you're gonna tell me that it's nearly impossible to tap into. Am I right?
Yep.
Yet it is possible. No one can control the chaos. If you want to make the power yours, you must have the help of those who are inside it.
The Chaos Insider,
You
guys.
know what needs to be done. You know whose soul you have to find.
You mean
Cigarette?
Sarah? Are you saying I'll be able to reach her?
I don't know. Here, take this. It's the magic bean.
With the chaos, anything is possible. Find the invisible bonds that unite us across life and death. Do that, and you will have all the power you need.
Anyway, my finger snaps are really dramatic somehow, and he smiles. So, in order to defeat
Chaos.
Buddha Velza,
It was
we
the key
need
to defeating God.
the power of
If I
Sarah's
needed to use
soul,
it, I
because
needed
she's dead.
Sarah's help. But Sarah, how can I make you hear me? I reach out
Anyway,
with
I'm really
every
enjoying the new
fiber of my
outfit here.
being.
This is
But
pretty
is it
cool.
enough? Can I do more?
Yeah, 'cause it's kind of like sleek and sexy, but
If
not
I
like
throw
stupid
myself
sexy.
into the
Like,
abyss,
she's not showing
if
off
I
butt
cry
cheek
out
all the
to you,
time. Like, I
nothing
liked
can
the
reset.
Chaos Goddess
Will you
armor, but
answer?
like constantly showing off butt cheek was kind of undermining her as this, like, you know, powerful fantasy warrior. Not that powerful fantasy warrior queens aren't usually going around wearing sculpted bubicological armor with huge cups, but anyway.
Hold the world aloft. Give me another day.
Oh, now I don't know. I didn't see that weird thing where her collar connects to a little area above her right boobie with some kind of blue. That's a little weird piece of design. It's fine. I played ahead. Not that we're gonna load that late on, but I played ahead enough to know that we do unlock day 13, which is the ultimate dungeon. That's all fine. It's all set. Don't worry about it.
How's life on the surface?
What's going on, Holmes?
Light, the end is almost here. One more day, and then the destruction of the world will be complete.
Right.
Pretty cool, huh?
And there's no way I can delay it any longer.
No, this is it. You can still carry out your mission as the
Kinda
savior,
wish,
but today is your last chance.
I was using a
Tomorrow in the
stupid-looking
cathedral,
sword.
Neil will perform the
Shield is
soul
also
song for the
mildly
order.
distracting, but
The final rites, when the souls of the dead will be released from their torment and returned to oblivion.
yeah,
And
except
when the
I'm
clock
obviously gonna
strikes the
stop
hour,
that.
it'll mark the end of everything.
It's an ending that not even God has the power to stop.
Good thing I'm not God. Anyway, alright, let's talk about Sarah some more.
Hope, tell me something. You said that the souls of the dead return to the chaos, right? If that's true,
Nod,
then
nod.
that's where Sarah must be. Her soul is lost out there in the chaos somewhere.
For
Yep.
God, the chaos is an unseen realm. He cannot see inside. And
This
so
is
it
an unseen
follows that
realm,
he doesn't
see.
have the power to find her, as long as she is in the chaos. But he can do something else. He can make her anew.
But then how
Sarah
can she
too,
be the
Electric
real
Boogaloo.
Sarah? The one I know.
Well,
Electric
don't you
Boogaloo has
trust
been
him?
ruined is a
It's true
cute
that
way
even
to
with
refer
all
to a
his
sequel
power,
because
God
of
cannot extract Sarah's soul from the chaos.
the Proud Boys.
But there is
pictures.
another place he might find it.
It's not the
He can
worst thing
take
the
her
Proud
soul
Boys have
from
done,
inside of
ruining
you.
Electric Boogaloo. but
How would...
it is?
You're just making things up now.
Fuck
You
you!
always found it hard to trust people. What chance does God have? Look,
What?
I'm not saying you will, but if you do decide to turn against him, you should know that I'll always stand with you. You trust me, don't you?
I thought we'd already got this dialogue. Maybe we played it and then I loaded and then we never played it again.
It just seems like the more I search, the further away I get from finding her.
Yeah, but you
Having
established it's in the
counted more than a
chaos,
few
and that's not where you're
ghosts from the
searching.
past
So
now, talk to souls from the chaos even, but I'm still no closer to finding Sarah. Not even a hint.
well,
I don't know,
Siblings kind of
but
give you a hint.
perhaps you've done everything you can. Maybe you could have found her already, but something is keeping her from talking to you.
Like she doesn't want to see me? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying
Of course,
God is
I don't
evil.
think that's the case, but it's possible. Perhaps it's because you're too close to each other.
You mean she's out there and can talk to other people, but not me? Tell you what, why don't you go out there and look for her in my place?
I'd like to help, Light, but I can't leave the Ark. How
Maybe you
about
could
this?
get,
If I happen to die
How about this? Why don't you get that Steve Bloom guy with the big, who loves the muffins? Get him to go talk to Sarah.
before you do, for whatever reason, I'll make you a promise.
This is a very strange thing to be promising, and I don't remember if it's foreshadowing or not, actually.
Try to find her in the chaos. And when I do, I'll find some way for you
Yeah,
two
that
to
really
be
feels like
together
foreshadowing game. Anyway. Check the monitors here. Yeah, I see. It's like the warehouse district. Why's he got it? Okay. Oh, we got some new goodies. Quake has been unlocked. Quake is, I don't remember ever having used it in this game. But it is, costs 2 EP. And it does non-elemental damage to all enemies and launches them into the air, extends stagger time. So I don't really think it's worth using.
Really feels like the end now. Soon it'll be over.
Sure.
It's been dying for 500 years.
I wasn't talking about the world.
Then what?
Tell me.
Never mind. Time is short. Every minute's precious now. Let's not waste any.
I've been using overclock to hunt for like freaking bugs to get more time. So yeah, I suppose I shouldn't spend any of it chatting with you. I guess Hope is like feeling nostalgic. Well, he can't feel anything. His soul's been removed, right? But he's kind of feels nostalgic about the end of this quest he's doing with Light. Because it's a weird... Hope is in a weird position here. He's trapped in the Ark. He's observing everything Lightning does as her Sultan Ladar and also her codec partner. Which it occurs to me now, like that's as close as these. Like he's kind of like the player character. He's like up there watching everything she does, trying to guide her steps, sort of, kind of. There, a yellowed skull. Huzzah. So if we were to actually, if we were to actually finish collecting yellowed skulls and lizards, we would get 2 more, Where's my treasure at? Where it at? We'd get 2 more, use your words, JG, come on. If we'd get 2 more canvas of prayer quest. Oh, okay, luckily we can climb right through other people.
Bandits have one rule.
Bandits have one rule. Don't finish your statement because Lightning has climbed out of range.
Start outsiders.
Just mug people as they come out. I mean, you could. I don't know how well that would go for you. Yeah, but it's basically time to call it a video. I think what I could do is just quick... I don't know why I'm bothering with this thought, but I could show this boss when I haven't gotten set up for it properly and just... what happens if you fight it as kind of a normal boss. Because this is kind of weird, threatening ball of energy that floats around and it just sort of randomly floats around in the desert. It's like kind of, I don't know if there's a specific way to find it. It's usually around, when I've encountered it before when I wasn't looking for it, it was usually around this general area. Seems like I was fighting it near that spot, so I'm sort of up here seeing if I can. I don't recognize this music at all. Is this completely new music for this area? Well, it's either nowhere near here or you can't actually see it when you're that far away. You certainly don't want to fight in the Chaos Infusion, because I would assume, I don't know if that would affect its stats, but I would assume it would give it regen, which is not a thing we want. Kind of curious now if it's possible to encounter it in here. Chaos Lizard. You are Chaos Lizard Tail. Or it could have been Chaos Unappraised item. Unappraised Chaos item. Well, I'm finding all sorts of lizards now, but this is the point. I was maybe killing lizards will infuriate the super boss and cause him to come out. Anyway, the super boss doesn't seem to want to show. Which is fine, I guess. It's time to call it a video. And when we come back next time, I'm not excited about this, but I kind of put it off as long as I could. It's time to deal with the first of the two super bosses. I think it's considered the harder of the two, but the last one really has to be beaten on the last day before the end game content, so it makes sense to try to get this one done first. I'm the Serious JG. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time. Fingers crossed we deal with this super boss.